So Sonakshi, you're such an influential person, and youth today should listen to you on this as well. A lot of reluctance we've noticed, and just like the way Ratnabali was also mentioning, the minute you go and are seen in the psychiatrist's office or a counselor's office, there's a lot of shaming that is going on. There's stigma attached to it. There's a lot of muttering under the breath that goes on when this happens. I mean, we are trying to normalize this conversation, but what is your sense? What would you like to tell them?
I think, yes, I think because there are so many misconceptions and we've not been able to normalize it as it should be, people are a bit hesitant and reluctant. But it's as simple as, like how you send your car for servicing. How you go for a regular checkup to your doctor to fix your body. It's exactly the same thing. It's as simple and normal as that. And it doesn't have to be someone who's, visibly distressed. It could be someone who looks absolutely happy on the outside, but is facing something within themselves. And, sometimes it's more important to speak to somebody who's neutral, who has no judgments towards you. For instance, a friend or a family member might not understand exactly what it is you're going through from an outsider's perspective. So it's very important to speak to someone who will kind of look at it, very objectively and help you to understand why you're going through what you're going, or why you're behaving a certain way that you're behaving. And it's really as simple as that. There's nothing wrong with it.
Does a support system which is really strong and stands by you and talking to that support system when the time comes really help? What is your sense of how having to establish these kind of connections around you, Sonakshi? Because you're somebody who is in an absolutely cutthroat environment with working in Bollywood as well. How do you maintain your sanity through it all?
I think, yes, it's very, very important to have a good support system around you, good friends, good, family that supports you, good co-workers. Having a good equation with everyone really helps, And for me, I've always kept my circle very small. I don't like to add people into my circle who won't add anything to my life or will take away from it. So for me, I've managed to keep my life around me very positive by just doing that, guarding my circle very, very closely. And it's really up to you, who you let in, what you let in, the thoughts that you let in. So yeah, I think overall it's very important to have a good support system, but sometimes it's also helpful when you speak to someone who's not in your circle. So yeah, I think therapy is something that a lot of people from my generation and the millennials also have been turning to, and it's really helped. So many friends of mine have been seeking therapy and going to therapists and speaking to them, and they come back with such an understanding of their behavior and what they're thinking, and how they just have tools to go through life once they speak to someone. So
Perspective
yeah, I think it's
changes.
important to
Yes,
have a good
yes.
support system, and also to speak to someone if you're feeling even the slightest bit distressed.
Ratnabali, I'm going to come to you. Certain issues that youth today are witnessing as well. There is a growing sense of loneliness. I mean, you may have 5,000 friends on Facebook. You may have a lot of friends on Twitter, Instagram, what have you, thousands of followers as well. But are you really happy? They are feeling lonely from within. What are your tips to these kids and young adults how to battle loneliness as well?
I will just come to your question. Just for a moment, I just want to step back and just respond to the question of stigma. I think stigma will always be there. Stigma will be there if you are dark skinned, stigma will be there if you're fat, stigma will be there if you are, low vision, etc. But what we should be bothered is how we can check discrimination, be it in the workplace, be it at friends, be it in the larger realm of life. So it is discrimination that we should be concerned with. Secondly, when we talk about loneliness, I think that we need to focus within ourselves, because I think we have I think we have looked outwards for a long time now for validation. You are good looking, you are fantastic, you cook so well, you're such a great friend, and we have fooled ourselves with those external validations. But I think this pandemic, this social pandemic, has given us an opportunity to introspect, to pause and look inwards for happiness. Because with loneliness, I mean, even with a large group of people, you can still feel lonely. So that's a feeling. So you have to acknowledge that feeling first before we move on to the next step as to how we address that loneliness. Half the time, we are not acknowledging the
And
thoughts.
picking a leaf from what you just spoken about, this social conformity bit as well, that we're seeking validation externally as well. Sonakshi, social media has done that to our lives. So with
It has.
all these perfect pictures that you end up seeing on Instagram, most of them are even filtered. Nobody really wakes up in the morning looking so perfect.
Yeah.
Somewhere it is causing a lot of anxiety. It is causing a lot of competitiveness. I mean, it's just, what do you have to say about that? You are somebody who's so pretty, who's so amazing. You're a well-known, recognized face, and coming from you, youth really needs to hear this.
Yeah, I think the first thing I'd like to say is just don't believe everything that you see on social media. A lot of it is made up, a lot of it is done only for the purpose of social media, being there for likes, for follows. So a lot of it really ends up being very, very fake. And I think the thing that you can do to make yourself most unhappy is start comparing your life to, what you see online. And once I think people realize that, they'll kind of understand that this is not how it should be. This is not how I should be feeling. And taking from what Miss Ray said, that you could be surrounded by people but still feel lonely. And this pandemic, because of this pandemic, like I said, like even for me, I was always surrounded by people that I'm working with, constantly at work, so many people around me. And when the lockdown happened, I really didn't know what to do with myself. And that's when I turn to meditation and realize that it's so important to be present where you are with your thoughts, with yourself, be one with yourself. And I think everybody needs to kind of find a way to do that, because once you are okay with being by yourself, uh, you'll be really, really happy. You won't need anyone else.